Hi everyone. I thought it'd be easier to explain it through a video message than trying to type out what to do. So I had said I wanted you to start thinking about what makes you feel defensive, because what you feel defensive about shows those issues, those things that you're really stuck on, the things that are basically gobbledygook that are still in your head. There's a wonderful technique that absolutely frees you from things that you never thought you could be freed from. So I want to try to explain it to you. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'd be happy to explain it to you over the phone or whatever. Anyway, this is a technique that I've learned at Wind and Fire Mission Base, and it works so amazing. So before I get started with the technique, I want to explain to you the science behind it. In your brain, there's a part called the amygdala, and the amygdala makes you think that whatever is happening, that you think is happening, that you're feeling is happening at this minute. So let's say somebody teased you about something a long time ago and it really hurt your feelings. And then maybe a coworker says something to you and you suddenly feel defensive. And you don't know why you're having such a strong reaction to that feeling. Well, it's because your amygdala thinks that you're back in maybe third grade or whenever you were having that issue. And as a result, you are feeling it and it's intense. That might be why you cry or you yell or you have a strong feeling and you're like, why in the world did I have that? So it's the amygdala's fault. So the deal is that you need to get rid of that feeling. And this is a very powerful, very tangible, very quick way to get rid of strong feelings. So the first thing you have to do is you have to try to escalate the feeling. So if you can go back to that trigger memory, whatever it was that made you feel that strong feeling, and like for me, what I do is I just say the words again that the person said or whatever, or if I can have the trigger, the real memory in my head, then I can go back to when I was younger and say whatever it was that really, really upset me. So as strong as you can feel the feelings. And then you want to think to yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong is that feeling? And it's really important that you do this because you need to be able to gauge where you're at. And so anyway, what you do is, let's say somebody said something and it implied you were feeling stupid and it made you feel stupid or whatever, and it triggered anger in you. Okay, so basically to do this technique, to break up the amygdala's brain signal, you're going to do something that I call tapping, and we call the Peace Clinic at Wind and Fire. And basically all you do is you put your hand above your heart and you just start tapping. And I know it seems kind of weird, but basically the idea is the amygdala thinks that whatever is going on is happening at this minute. And so you might be thinking about something that happened to you in your childhood or whatever, and it was really intense, and that's reliving right now. It's that fight or flight that your body goes into. That's why all those chemicals get released. That's sometimes why we get migraines or other things that happen to our bodies. Anyway, you start tapping and you identify the feeling. I'm really angry. I'm really, really mad. This is my anger. You have to own the feeling. This is my anger. And I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let go of the anger. And you keep going. So I know it might seem a little weird, but you have to trust me. This is absolutely an amazing technique. And as you go and you're tapping away, then say it again or whatever you're feeling. I'm also feeling really sad about it. It really hurt my feelings. I'm feeling sad. This is my feelings of sadness, and I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I am going to let this go. I'm going to let go of the anger. I'm going to let go of the sad feelings. I'm going to let it go. And then I usually just take a deep breath and I see where I'm at and I say, okay, whatever the trigger was that the person said that made me feel defensive or whatever, is that still a moment where I'm feeling, where do I feel? What do I feel? Do I feel it, the anger at a 4 or a 5, or where do I feel it on a scale of 1 to 10? If I'm not at a 0, I keep going. I tap again. And you keep going until you are at a 0. And I have been, one time I lost some paperwork that was really, really important at work, and I had spent hours on it. And I didn't know where it was. I couldn't find it on my computer, and I was completely panicking. I mean, a level 10 panic. I closed the door of my office and I was crying, and I didn't know what to do. So I took a deep breath and I started tapping, and I identified how I felt. I released the feeling of panic and fear and anxiety, and I was done in 5 minutes, and I had a level 0, and then I was able to be completely calm and just think about where it could be, and I found it. And so, I don't know, it's just so empowering to get rid of this stuff, especially the old movies, the gobbledygook that we just keep replaying, the stuff, the condemnation, the things that we keep saying to ourselves that's just not true. So, anyway, if I hope this is clear, and I hope this has helped you, and if you have any more questions, please let me know. Bye.